What will it profit a man, deep divers, if he gains the whole world, yet forfeits his own soul? What? Slow motion this side? That's deep, Ralph. Tell me about it. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the mysterious art gallery. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm sending you tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. Deep divers, are you ready to dive deep? Celebrities who sold their soul. Part 3. We've got a whole lot to talk about. Wrld on drugs. Celebrities who sold their souls. Now, right now, we are seeing so much happen in the music industry. A lot of artists are passing away. A lot of things are happening which are very weird. And it's because a new world is being born. 2020 vision, deep divers. 2020 vision. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So wonderful, deep divers. This is called Wrld on Drugs. Shout out to the young legend Juice WRLD who passed away. And he was a very talented artist. But deep divers, I'm tired of seeing another artist passes away in the newsfeed. And we know why. Because the music industry has taken the souls of these artists. What happened to Mac Miller? OD. What happened to Lil Peep? Same thing. Now Juice WRLD. We've lost so many artists. From Nipsey Hussle, XXXTentacion, in a short space of time, and this has got to stop. But deep divers, a lot of these celebrities have sold their soul unknowingly, and sometimes they know what they're getting into, but not the full extent of it. So when we say someone sells their soul, what do we mean? It means that a deal or a pact has been made. And they will offer you something. Many times it's fame, many times it's money, many times it's a Rolls Royce. Okay, they will offer you all the Instagram likes in the world. Does that make you happy? Oh, so happy. And in return, you give them your soul. A lot of these artists don't know what they're getting themselves into when they sign on the dotted line. They don't realize that they are actually signing their soul away. Your soul, deep divers, is your essence. Don't allow anybody to compromise that or take it away. What? Slow motion this side. So this episode is called Wrld on Drugs. Now, Juice WRLD made an album with Future called Wrld on Drugs. Juice WRLD, WRD, said Wrld, WRD on drugs. That was a subliminal message to say Juice WRLD on drugs. But guess what? Future doesn't take drugs. We'll come to that later. Now, how does a celebrity sell their soul? First and foremost, they get approached by people in the music industry, and they get offered a deal. Sometimes it's $10 million, sometimes it's $5 million, sometimes it's $7 million, okay? It's in the millions for these mainstream artists. And that sounds like a great deal. Oh, you're gonna give me money? Deep divers, nothing is free in this matrix. Always remember that. So these artists think they're getting a good deal. They're like, oh, cool. But the terms and conditions actually say that, hey, I own you. So I will give you everything if you give me everything. And that everything includes your soul. I own you. And a lot of artists, as soon as they sign, they blow up. Millions of followers, all the money in the world, the private jet. Okay? All the attention. Their fan base goes through the roof. It wasn't that crazy before they signed. We'll come to that later. And they're like, oh, I'm enjoying this. Little do these artists know that this is a loan. Not only do these artists have to pay that money back to the record company, but they have to pay interest too. What? Slow motion this side. A lot of these artists, people like Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, are vulnerable. Amy Winehouse, vulnerable. Kurt Cobain, vulnerable. And the industry knows that these artists actually have souls, because they can reach people, they can touch people's hearts, but they want to own that artist's soul. So the deal is prepared, okay? These artists take the deal. Now, once the artist gets going, they're like, oh, cool, I'm getting a little money here, a little money there. Now it's time for touring. The world tour, you got to do shows, right? So the artist who just wanted some fame, a little bit of money, gets themselves into a deadly cycle of performing, doing show after show, burning themselves out, burning their soul away. And because of this, the artist turns into a workhorse, and their soul is in the process of being destroyed. You see, it's great to sing. It's great to be an artist. But you have to realize that there is a difference between art and entertainment. There's a difference between the artist and the entertainer. Two totally different things. In this matrix, the music industry doesn't want any artists. It wants entertainers. So an artist would be somebody like Lauryn Hill, Kurt Cobain, Bob Marley, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey. An entertainer would be somebody who has no talent whatsoever and is an actor. That's why they go to a studio. Slow motion this side. So the artist really lives this life. And listen very closely, deep divers. I want you to imagine for 1 second, maybe you have it already. You have tons of depression, okay? And this depression, you're writing about it. You're making a song about it. And this is art, because now you're actually conveying to the audience your true experience. But can you imagine, deep divers, singing about your depression show after show, and people saying, yeah, I want to hear that song, where you nearly killed yourself, where you were suicidal, I want to hear more of that. So what happens is that the artists now, if you're not strong enough mentally, because they get these artists when they're real young, it's like, okay, I've got to be a character. I've got to be what they want me to be. And this is how celebrities sell their souls. They end up biting the bait. Now they turn themselves into personas. Okay, they fall in love with their older ego. And what happens is that they can't differentiate between the real them and the mask. What they show to the world is completely different. So they have to keep up with this fake image. And now the art of the music is now a product. That's the difference between the artist and the entertainer. The music industry only wants entertainers because entertainment can be manufactured into a product. It can be wrapped up and sold. You can't sell art. Art is not something that you sell, it's something that you live. And that's the difference. So, celebrities who sold their soul while on drugs. We are seeing an epidemic in the younger generation, popping pills, Xanax, Percocets, promethazine, codeine, to cope with this pain they are experiencing. Many of these artists have big record deals, okay? But they are getting hooked on a lifestyle, and nobody is there to help them out. Okay, nobody is there to look after them. Like I said, deep divers, can you imagine if you have so much anxiety and depression and you gotta sing about it or rap about it show after show, yet nobody's helping you through the pain, and your fans are saying, oh, that was amazing, not realizing this is real life, this is not a show. What? Slow motion this side. This is real life, this is not a show. That's why I told you, deep divers, if you see an artist who is screaming for help in their lyrics, see if you can help them out. Lil Peep was asking for help. What did he say in one of his last Instagram posts? I feel so dead. Right? He was screaming out for help. This is not entertainment. This is real life. People who need help with their depression, with their anxiety. But once again, the music industry doesn't care about the artist. It cares about the profit. So, when you realize, deep divers, a lot of these artists are extremely vulnerable. The vulnerability makes their music alluring, beautiful. People are drawn to it. Okay, it's like Kurt Cobain, even this new singer, Billie Eilish, okay? She has a song called Zanny. I was listening to it, I'm like, okay. She's got the whole world hooked on it. Millions of young girls and boys, okay, hooked on this song. Zanny, we're talking about Xanax. But what the industry has done is to glamorize drugs. Right? How come there is nobody in the music industry? How come there is nobody in the music industry to say, hey, wait a minute. We need to take care of these artists. We need to give them help. But they don't care about that because, once again, you're worth more alive. No, you're not. You're worth more when you die. If you realize, deep divers, a lot of celebrities are looking for a way out. I don't blame them. I too wanted to be an artist. I was just about to sign. But you have to remind yourself that when you are a celebrity, you don't have a mind of your own anymore. When you've signed that deal, you can't think for yourself. A lot of these celebrities have to promote an agenda. They are agents of the Matrix. All of these celebrities who you idolize, they don't have a mind of their own. They can't talk about the third eye, the fifth dimension, because like Kanye West said, I sold my soul to the devil for a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. He went on to say, if you say anything, you lose everything. That's why he started to talk on stage. What happened? They sent him to the hospital and put another chip in him to say, hey, you better shut your mouth. I've spoken about the code of silence. celebrities who have sold their soul. They don't say anything, right? Just imagine all of these celebrities, deep divers, who have these massive platforms. Why don't they say anything that's going to uplift you? Why don't they say anything about the system? Because they are already bought. They can't say anything. Some artists realize this and they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of this. That happened with Tupac. Right? He had an album called Illuminati, which is Kill Illuminati. That was back in the day. He was way up on it back in the day. They don't really care about us. They don't give a F about us. Michael Jackson also said that. They don't really care about us. But celebrities who have sold their soul have to realize that once you sign that on the dotted line, you can't play both sides of the fence. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. You can't get all of this success, this fame, and this money and say, hey, I want out. Once you do that, you have to continue to promote an agenda. So Juice WRLD, his agenda was to promote lean, that purple drink. That's why it was Wrld on drugs. Billie Eilish, her agenda is to do the same thing. That's why she's talking about Xanny. Right? Because if people listen to that song, even though it's like really depressing and stuff, and people will say, oh, that's a beautiful song, but it's sending subliminal messages to these young girls and boys to take Xanax and Percocet to deal with your problems instead of face your problems. Celebrities who have sold their soul, who have sold their souls, deep divers, Wrld on drugs. It's a death culture. If you want into the industry right now, you have to sell your soul. If you want to be the biggest superstar ever, you have to sell your soul. If you want the number one. I told you, deep divers, you don't get a number one by being talented. You get a number one when they give you the number one. That's another ritual. When you bend over, when you do these rituals, when you do what they want. We have to realize this. There are many artists who kept their integrity, who didn't want to sell their souls. Lauryn Hill is one of them. What happened to her? You don't hear about Lauryn Hill anymore because she's an amazing singer. Why isn't she having number ones all the time? Because once again, it's not about talent, it's about the agenda. And in this matrix, the agenda has been to get as many young children on drugs as possible to destroy themselves. Not only that, through the violent music, it's designed to degrade women. Hoes, right? It's designed to kill each other. It wants people to kill each other. Look what happened to Nipsey Hussle, right? So we have to realize that there is a nefarious agenda going on in today's music. The music is not helping you think. What happened to people like Bob Marley? They always had a message in their music. They didn't sell their souls. But in this day and age, many celebrities have sold their soul for fame, for fortune, for riches. But what good is it, deep divers, if you have all the riches in the world, but you have no soul? What? Slow motion this side. And that's what a lot of these artists are starting to wake up to. They're like, hey, I'm getting all of this fame, but I've got no soul. That's why they take the drugs in the first place, because they're like, hey, I'm screwed. I only got all of this because I had to do this. I can't think for myself. I can't say what I really want. So I'm screwed. Numbness is another theme. Celebrities who sold their soul, they act numb. They don't want to feel. But true art is feeling. So the entertainer is the one who doesn't want to feel. And that's why a lot of artists, once they get into the industry, they are no longer artists. They are manufactured products. They are entertainers. Entertainment entering you, putting inside programs in your mind to help you destroy yourself. Now, there are some phenomenal artists out there, but if you are an artist, make sure you go independent, because you can do it. Numb feeling. Celebrities who have sold their soul. Wrld on drugs. They have made it popular to want to take drugs. They have made it cool to say, hey, I'm drinking some lean, I'm popping pills. But it's not cool anymore, because once again, deep divers, I always say, the universe always has the last word. And 2020, oh baby, 2020 vision. What's happening as we are moving into 2020? A lot of artists are passing away. The world is being reborn to have the 2020 vision to say, actually, it's not cool to take drugs anymore. Can I get a hello there? It's not cool. It's not cool to call women hoes anymore. Oh no, it's not. It's cool to put back the message in the music. That's what hip hop was all about. Shout out to Rakim. Shout out to KRS-One. But it got co-opted. Now, celebrities who have sold their soul. Wrld on drugs. The industry gives these celebrities money, fame, cars, mansions to promote an agenda. We've got that clear, right? Why do they do this? Because not only have the celebrities sold their soul, whoever listens to their music is also selling their soul as well, right? So the industry creates these artists to push these agendas of drug taking, pill popping, to snatch the souls of the listeners. What? Slow motion this side. That's why I don't listen to any mainstream music that's promoting violence, drugs, degrading women, because once again, if you keep listening to it, it will snatch your soul as well, because it's soulless music. It has no substance. Juice Wrld was a talented artist, freestyle god. But once again, once you enter that industry, you have new problems. You can't concentrate on the art. You have to be a manufactured product. And that's why the industry is not the best place for people who are dealing with depression or anxiety, because they don't care about that. They want you doing show after show after show after show after show after show. Guess what? Juice Wrld was in a private jet, okay? Now check this out. He had people around him, his entourage. What did they find? 70 pounds of marijuana. What? So they exploited Juice Wrld and extorted him. That's what happens in the industry. When you sell your soul, you become a pawn on the chessboard. And pawns get taken out first. What? Slow motion this side. And guess what? The police were waiting for them on the plane. The police were waiting for Juice Wrld. And some sources are saying that he actually just took a lot of Percocet to hide it before the police came, and that's why he overdosed. Can you just see how weird this thing gets? And that's why I say that bad company, bad people around you who don't even care about you. You see, if you are an artist in the industry, you have people around you who are leeches, who want to take your energy, who want to use your fame for their own gain. That's what happened to Juice Wrld. So he was flying with people who were trafficking marijuana, had handguns, and he had to ingest these pills, hiding them, not realizing that this was going to be his own demise. So celebrities who have sold their soul sometimes even lack clarity to think straight, to say, actually, I don't want to do this. Gone too soon, talent wasted. So deep divers, there is a lesson for this. I've told you. I even made the video about Little Peep. Every artist that is passing away right now is a lesson for the world to wake up, to say, hey, we got to do better. We got to take these drugs from the lyrics of the music. We got to start pushing that positivity once again back in the music. We got to start pushing that positivity back in the music. What happened to the Bob Marleys? The One Love, right? We need to start getting that music back into the ethers, back into the airwaves, because that's what's going to help humanity move. But once again, it's going to help humanity move to the higher vibration. But once again, this is because it's 2020 vision. I told you, a lot of people they're not gonna make it. Not everybody's gonna make it, because 2020 vision is where people are gonna start to see things for what they really are. They're gonna start to see that, hey, all of this is fake. They've sold you a dream, an illusion that, hey, you can be happy if I give you 1 million subscribers. You can be happy if I give you $1 million. You were far happier before that. You just thought you needed them to be happy. But so many artists get screwed over in the industry because they realize it when it's too late. They're like, shit, this is all a joke. And that's what it is. Realize, deep divers, your soul is a gift. Your essence is a gift. Don't allow anybody to buy it from you. That is what you have. That's what you were blessed with from the universe. People offer me deals all the time. They're like, Ralph, I will give you this if you do this. I'm like, no. All I need, deep divers, is just, woo, that good ass Prada, baby, right? So deep divers, there you have it. That's celebrities who have sold their soul, part 3. If you are in the industry, realize that you want to start going independent. Realize that you don't have to sell your soul to get somewhere. You can keep your soul and, like me, still make it. But like I say, the devil loves no one. Devil is lived backwards. Evil is living in reverse. EVIL. LIVE. And that's why, look at Juice WRLD's thumbnail, 666. Deep divers. And 666, by the way, is not even a bad thing. It's just 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. We'll come to that later. But they think it's satanic worshipping, right? We have to realize, deep divers, a new change is coming on the planet. A new awakening is coming on the planet. I've told you, in 2020, which is now, there are going to be a new wave of artists who are going to be conscious and who are going to help elevate the game. If you watch my videos, that could be you today. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul, because it's not worth it. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you'll just say, Phil, so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. And a lot of these artists also promote eating bad. And I'm like, hey, 7-day vegan challenge. Can you imagine, deep divers, if Drake did a song called, hey, I'm chilling with Ralph Smart, eating a whole bunch of grapes, 7-day vegan challenge. And then the whole world is going to go vegan. Like, wow. Deep divers, we're just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question for me, deep divers? Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is on. If you are a sexy ass model, woo, with a lot of heart, DM me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Oh, I love this one, Ralph. Well, check out the new book then, deep divers. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. What good is it, deep divers, if you gain the whole world, yet lose your soul? Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You, this soul is not for sale. The cat down the road said that. That's great, cat down the road. Peace.